Hi everyone. I recently attended the Iowa State Fair. I knew I'd be troubled by some of what I saw, but I also knew I was a hypocrite historically, and I wanted to solidify the emotional impact on myself to ensure that I would never forget. Is a mother cow or her baby only worth being served up in a meal, sandwich bun, or a meatloaf? Do you see love in this video? If not, please keep listening. We know we are alive by our thoughts becoming action. Our actions make us feel alive. But are we mindful of those actions? Through our lifetime of action, we influence our environment to be what we desire. Were we intentional in what we created and destroyed over our own lifetime? Do we witness, learn, and adapt to what's really going on around us? Or do we mindlessly drag on like a victim or a zombie? Can we find a way to share reality and remove the denial of our impact on life that surrounds us? We are in the middle of life at all times, not on top as we naively assume. Ponder where and when and how human beings came to see the world as theirs to dominate and brutalize. Killing livestock gives us a false sense of control and superiority over life. The first step is to admit that we must kill and consume to continue our own existence. But don't we have choices though? We consume life on many levels to know that we even exist. For example, we consume other people's thoughts, may even steal their ideas, which we think are so unique. The thought is the ancestor to all action. Are we thinking in a way that unites life or divides and tries to conquer life? We constantly judge what is right and wrong, always from the position of ourself. We are inherently selfish, let's admit that. Reality is always for this one, outward bound from the five senses. However, it is possible to live easily in a constant state and perspective that is simultaneously selfless, concerned only about life beyond me, and self-aware, appreciating this distinct me with all of its flaws, hopes, and dreams. Ask yourself how often and how deeply you're able to think beyond yourself. This is not a guilt trip, just a loving reminder with a blissful surprise if you're consistent in that endeavor to go beyond self. Perhaps we will soon care enough to seek understanding of the judgment we cast on other forms of life that we deem to be beneath us. We suppress our own awareness of the slaughtering process that precedes our consumption, disguising the product in a way that doesn't remind us of its original form, removing the guilt and preserving our appetite. Our hunger ends such pure moments of loving exchanges between just a dumb cow number one and dumb cow number two, as I overheard the cold teenagers mocking and laughing at the fate of these cows. I'm not judging us. By this one example, I was raised on the standard American beef-heavy diet. And even though I've gradually removed it from my diet, I'll admit it still tastes amazing on rare occasion and will likely always smell good even if I never taste it again. What I am asking us to consider is that we give thanks to the part of life, the part of us, that unwillingly gave up its own life for us, and that we cherish the energy it is transferring into us and now becoming part of us. The only thing I dare judge is the prevailing trend of mindless, immediate gratification of our five senses, without one moment of consideration to the broader effect on life. This request pertains to the butcher, also to the cruel boss who's in cover my own ass mode at work, or the gossiping, envious parent at a sporting event. On and on and on. These are all examples of consumption. We consume through all of our senses, not just our stomach. So, know what you consume, love what you consume. And yes, even plants can feel and exchange loving energy in similar ways. So we are all bound by basic biology to be killers. Consume with discretion, only what is needed, and rarely, if ever, for entertainment. If you actually listen to all of this, I sincerely thank you from the deepest part of me, life, and us.